Okay, some people coming in here. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if this mic works. Let me know if you hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, okay. Thanks. Appreciate that. Just want to make sure. We're going to talk about this a little, though. I'm going to wait till some more people come in here. You guys saw the video? Everybody saw the video about Jim Jones, 50 Cent's reaction? Did you guys see it? Hold on, I'm gonna let some more people come in here. I just put it up. It was the video I did before this one. Hold on. I'm trying to let more people come in here. I'm trying to change this thumbnail too. I don't know how to do that. But anyway, 50 Cent had put up on his Instagram a reaction to an article about Jim Jones, saying that Jim Jones was a federal informant in this case, right? A lot of people out there running with it, like calling Jim Jones a snitch and saying he's an informant. That's not what I said in my video at all. I was just posting the reaction that the post that Jim Jones had put up. I mean, that 50 Cent had put up on his Instagram. But in no way was I saying Jim Jones is a federal informant, because actually I don't see any proof of that at all. I don't see anything that's showing that. I have the paperwork. Nowhere is it listing Jim Jones as cooperating. I don't see that anywhere. I think what's happening in this situation is people are now finding out that Jim Jones is individual one, and they're automatically assuming that that means he's the CW1 or whatever the case may be. There's nothing, though, that I've seen so far that is showing that Jim Jones is a snitch. So I just want to make sure people understand that when you see this kind of information, like, if you can't see any actual evidence, and I think maybe if you look at 50 Cent's Instagram right now, you'll see he deleted it off his Instagram. That post is gone. So maybe he realized that it wasn't accurate and he didn't want to put it out there like that. But as of right now, I'm just letting you guys know, I don't see anything proving Jim Jones snitched or ratted or informed in any kind of way. Yes, he was on that wiretap, but as far as cooperating, there's nothing there that I see. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Hit the like for me. It's only 6 likes. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about who could have been the one recording that call. The feds recorded that call. The feds were wiretapping Mel Murder's phone. So anybody who was talking to Mel Murder and having conversations through whatever phone they had wiretapped, all their conversations were being recorded and listened to. So that's how the phone call. All New York City rappers are turning out to be rats. I mean, I don't think that's the case. Eminem will bring that fire. He recorded that phone call, and all those fake gangsters set up the real ones. Everybody talking too much. Jim Jones is not a rat. I agree. I'm not saying he's not a rat. I'm just saying that there's nothing that I've seen that proves that Jim Jones is an informant. I definitely haven't seen that. So I'm not exactly sure why, just because 50 Cent reacted to something, everybody is running with Jim Jones as a rat. Like, I don't see that. Jim just stupid, not a rat. I mean, anybody who I'm not gonna say stupid, but anybody who's talking on the phone about some potentially, you know, shit that you shouldn't be talking about, yeah, that's something you definitely a no-no. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. I just went out the wrong screen. Hold on. Jim Jones been down since day one. He a super blood. 6ix9ine isn't a rat because he was never a real one. Always been a civilian. No, that's false. That's actually not accurate. 6ix9ine was not a civilian the minute that he started ordering hits on other people. The minute he started calling shots and getting other people to do shit for him, he's not a civilian. That's the reality. You're not a civilian no more. Now you stepped over into a whole different realm. You can't be a civilian and be calling shots to have people shot and things like that, and then later on rat and say, oh no, I was just a civilian. No, that's not how it works. Man, this Wi-Fi paperwork party needs to start yesterday. What's good, my G? 6ix9ine was gang gang. Now he's sang. You already know. 6ix9ine is a cornball. He's terrible. That combo should have been in person, not over the phone. Yeah, I mean, anything, anybody, even people who aren't being investigated by the feds. Like, just watch what you say when you're on the phone. You don't say anything incriminating ever on the phone. That's just what it is. Everything, it's about to be 2020. Everything is being tracked, traced, and databased. So if the feds aren't the ones listening, somebody is. 6ix9ine wasn't a civilian. Yeah, he was not a civilian. You can't. What civilians do you know put down money to have people shot? No, he's not a civilian. I don't understand how people defend 6ix9ine at all, but it just shows me you probably don't have no morals and no principles if you think that what he did is okay, because the shit he did is some of the worst snitching we ever seen. Is 6ix9ine really a cornball? You tell me. I mean, he is to me. Bobby Shmurda ain't like 6ix9ine. Yeah, Bobby Shmurda actually should be applauded for what he did. He took more time so his friend could get less time. Like, that's somebody with morals and principles, a stand-up type of person. That's somebody you should look to, and not even just on the street, not even on no street shit. Like, again, I've said this in videos, but snitching is not even just about the streets. Papoose said it the best, but I've been saying this shit. Like, it's not even about the streets. It's just about your moral compass. Like, what kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person as a kid that was running and telling everything that somebody else did? Like, that's not somebody of good value and worth. So, damn, it's only 16 likes. Hit the like for me. If 6ix9ine gets out 1 or 2 years, he'll be dead. I'm not gonna say that, but I will say I wouldn't want to be 6ix9ine walking around after all the shit that he's been doing. Rock Nation is being run by a known informant. No one talks about it. Why? I actually did talk about that. They're not run by a known informant, but there is an informant who is high level at Rock Nation, yes, and I actually did a video on it like maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I did a video talking about it. Go check it out. The original transcripts early part of the year said Millie was talking to CW1. Now it's known. No, that's not what it says. I have the transcripts. The original transcripts say individual one. That's exactly what I just was saying to everybody else. This is what I think people are getting confused. It says in the paperwork, individual one. So people are assuming that means CW1, and that's not the case. CW1 and individual one are two different people. And I'm going to explain to you. So basically, this is what it is. They don't put people's names in paperwork who aren't being indicted. So individual one, which is Jim Jones, which was on the phone call, he's not listed as CW1. So I don't know what people don't understand. He's listed as individual one, which just means he's a person who hasn't been indicted. It doesn't mean that he's working with the feds or anything like that. It just means he was a part of in their investigation. He came into the picture at some point and they listed him as an individual, but he's not listed as somebody working with the feds. So let me see. Rick Ross has a whole CO and y'all accepted him. T.I. snitched. Everyone accepted him. I never, to be honest with you, I never listened to Rick Ross or T.I. But if you say so. 50 is not a snitch. Rick Ross has a job. That's it. Anyone from Southside or that area in Queens will tell you Boo Boo is solid. If he was a rat, phone call wouldn't have been released. Yeah, if he was a rat, his name, exactly. They would have never put that out in the public. They would have never put out in the public that Jim Jones was snitching if that was the case. This would have went to court, and the only people that would have been able to see it are attorneys and things like that. But it would have never made it to the public like this. And you got to remember too. Another thing is, the feds play a lot of games. They like to fuck with people. They like to do things. When this whole indictment happened, everybody thought individual one on that phone call, or the person that Mel Murder was talking to, was Shoddy. And that's not the case. It turned out to be Jim Jones. So, but the feds kind of put it out there and put the idea in people's heads that maybe it could be, and they run with it. And it's the same thing with this. People are just running with this shit. I don't know where, there's no paper trail saying Jim Jones is cooperating. So you got to get that out. Hit the like for me. It's only 27 likes. Who started saying Jim is a snitch? There's some reports online, but 50 Cent put up a post on his Instagram and then deleted it, saying that Jim Jones, or he was reacting to the story about Jim Jones being an informant. But again, 50 deleted it. And a lot of people, because 50 reacted, they don't have enough intelligence to think for themselves. So they just ran with it and start spreading that Jim Jones is a rat. And I don't think that's the kind of shit that can get people killed. So you got to be careful what you just pulled up, and I stand corrected. Let me see. Exactly the same transcript said CW1 with basically the same info, but I don't know. That's what I'm standing on in this situation is Jim Jones was listed as individual one. It's not CW1. It's two different people. CW1, Black Triangle says Jim ratted hands down. I don't know what information you have, but tell me, explain to me how Jim Jones ratted. Show me the proof. If you ain't got no proof, shut the fuck up, because that shit is dumb as shit. There's no evidence that Jim Jones ratted. You don't understand that people could just put whatever online and other people are gonna run with it. That doesn't mean that it's true. Okay, bro, but what do you think is gonna happen tomorrow? To be honest with you, 6ix9ine, from my understanding, is done testifying. So that's over with. There's not gonna be any more 6ix9ine snitching on whoever. But pretty soon we're gonna be finding out whether or not these alleged kidnappers get found guilty, get convicted. CW is cooperating witness. Who's CW? Where? I don't know if you're saying that means Jim Jones is cooperating witness, because that's not what it says though. It says individual one, not CW1. There's a difference. Why do you keep irrelevant people name alive? If people's names are staying alive, they can't be irrelevant, right? And I don't know who exactly you're referring to, but if their names are alive, they're not irrelevant. Yo, excellent content and discussion, man. I'm trying to find the Desiree Perez video you said you did. Keep up the good work. It's on my channel. Check it out. I just put it up not too long ago. It might have been 2 months ago. I don't remember. It was within the past 2 months. I do a lot of videos, so you'll have to go through or just search in it. I forgot the name of the title of it. Jim Jones snitching. No, he's not. It does say individual one. Exactly. It says individual one for the phone conversation. This is what we got to clear up. You guys got to help me clear this shit up, though. Because a lot of people out here are putting this shit on Jim Jones's name, and there's no proof. I'm not saying he didn't snitch, because I don't know what the fuck happened, but I'm just saying from the evidence that we have and everything that we've seen, there's no information showing that Jim Jones cooperated in any kind of way. I just want to make that clear to people out there. Hit the like for me. Point blank, he got Rock Nation deal. They all snitches. Have you heard the audio? I don't know what audio you're referring to. If you're talking about the courtroom audio of 6ix9ine, yeah, I heard pretty much all the audio connected to what's been released. Paperwork is infringement of character. Most won't be released for fear of lawsuits. No, that's not accurate. In other news, the earth is flat and ruled by demons. I agree with you, Axeman. People saying 50 trolling, but he's too old to be playing online with Jimmy or with people like that. And that's true. Like, people run with that shit, and this is the kind of shit that can get you killed. What do you think about Snoop's paperwork? I don't know what to think, to be honest with you. I have heard that situation that was referenced in that paperwork happened, but is the paperwork actually authentic? I don't know, but I have heard in other instances about the story of Daz and Snoop basically running away. I have heard that before. Jim was giving gang advice to Mel. This would be the argument, right? So some people would argue that Jim Jones committed a crime. I'm standing on Jim Jones didn't commit a crime, because if you look what it takes to actually be convicted of a conspiracy, there has to be an overt act. Jim Jones in Mel Murder said something that definitely sounded suspect, and it was not something you want to be saying when the feds are listening or saying over the phone in any regard. But me personally, I don't think there's enough there to charge Jim Jones, and that's the reason why we haven't seen him thrown into this indictment. Not because he was snitching, but because there's just not enough there. There has to be an overt act, which means something had to take place after the conversation. First of all, they had to be in agreement in the conversation. This is what it takes to get conspiracy, just so you people understand. They have to be in agreement about doing something illegal, and then they have to do something after the conversation to further the agenda. There has to be something there to happen. Just the fact that they were saying this shit, no. There's not enough there. Trust me, if there was enough there, this has been going on for a long time, over a year. So they would have hit Jim Jones, I'm sure. And they wouldn't have put this conversation out there if Jim Jones was still being respected, or if Jim Jones was still being investigated or was being investigated. I don't think they would put all this shit out here right now. Damn, hit the like for me. Yeah, Red Dead. I haven't even played under this account, but you guys can add me. If enough people add me on here, I'll start playing. I put my name in the chat if you want to add me, if you got a PSN. Okay. That's my PSN. Go ahead, you can add me. I'll add whoever adds me. Snitches are everywhere. Cool. More than half of y'all would have did the same shit. Yeah, most people would. Yeah, that's what happens. When you're dealing with the feds, that's what happens. Most people snitch. The feds have like 90+% conviction rate is what they say. So, yeah, most people snitch. Because it's hard to beat them. The proof in Jim Jones is you can't play quarterback on a Fed tap call, and Jim Jones tried to moonwalk on the gun case. I don't know what that means, but as far as Jim Jones on the gun case, from my understanding, the gun was just in the car. So that's the kind of, and there was other people in the car. That's the kind of case you can get around. So the fact that he actually got his sentence was 2 years, paper, and I believe like a $1,500 fine or something like that. It seems like not that much, but you got to remember he was caught with weed, I believe, and the gun again was in the vehicle, and I don't believe was on him personally. You can walk around with an AK in Georgia. You can walk around with an AK in a lot of places. It's called open carry. As long as you walk around with an AK with a sling, you have to have a sling. You have to have it what they call holstered. You can walk around with an AK in a lot of places. You don't need a license or anything. Just make sure you check your state laws on open carry. But what happened to the case? I just told you Jim Jones, his other case, he got a light sentence, 2 years paper and $1,500 fine. Yeah, not in Cali. Definitely don't go open carrying in Cali. Hit the like for me. It's 94 people in here and 39 likes. Yeah, Cali's got some strict gun laws. That's one of the reasons I wouldn't move to California. They got some super strict gun laws. Fake news. They kidnapped 6ix9ine and sticking his baby moms. On top of that, extorting and trying to. I don't know though, dude. I don't know where you. Who kidnapped 6ix9ine? Who? You got to be specific. Shotty didn't kidnap 6ix9ine. There's and Shotty fucking Sarah. That's just hearsay to me. I don't see no proof. Off the subject, you play NBA 2K20. No, to be honest with you, I don't play that much. I don't play that much on. I don't have that much time to play on PlayStation. But games that I play this. I play. I was thinking about getting the Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare. I probably fuck with that. And I play like WWE just to beat people up online. But that's about it. I don't even play that much. Let me see. When he got robbed, when 6ix9ine got robbed, the people that allegedly robbed him were not. They were people that he had used to have dealings with that he fell out with. So it wasn't anybody who was like around him at the time. Yeah, Cali definitely has some of the best weed. A lot of places nowadays, though. A lot of different states. 6ix9ine is just a brainwashed baby. No, he wasn't a baby though. He's 22 years old. he was 22. No, he was 22. Yeah, Oregon definitely does. Washington State, Colorado, Nevada, Washington D.C. There's a lot of places. Yeah, I've been to Oregon a bunch actually. 22, but 15 in his head. I don't know. 6ix9ine was calling hits on people. Like, there's really no defending that. He was calling to have people shot. There's no really defending that. This shit's crazy, but I just wanted to make sure you guys understand there's not any real evidence saying Jim Jones is an informant, so be careful about what you absorb and who you take it from and what you run with. Yeah, I hate how it has changed too. Not the game, but just life. Everything's so different. People don't even go outside no more. People don't even do anything like what it used to be. Kids don't ride bikes no more and go play football at the schoolyard and shit like that. Like, none of that shit happens no more. Technology, yeah, technology is a motherfucker. Tricknology. Fab was the best thing that happened in Smurf, but that's the 80s era. Everything after 90, they telling. I'm not gonna, you can't label a whole, that's the thing, like, you can't label a whole generation of people as, you know, having no morals and values, but definitely there's been an agenda over the years to get rid of the morals and principles, and a lot of people nowadays are growing up without them. And like, I'm an 80s baby, so I was born in the early 80s, and it's definitely way different than how it was from growing up in the 90s to seeing how kids are growing up now. This shit is crazy. This world is fucked. Jim Jones is a rat. Jim Jones is not a rat. You have no proof. You're just going off of what you see on the internet. But show me the proof. Show me. If you can't show no proof, don't say that shit, because that's the kind of shit that can get people killed. Hit the like for me too. Damn, it's only 45 likes and 92 people in here. You guys like when I go live? Because if you do, I'll go live more often. Can you hear my mic good and everything's clear? His name being individual one means he's a rat. No, that's not what it means. No, that's not what it means. Individual one. I'm going to explain this one more time so you understand. Individual one. The person labeled as individual one, Jim Jones. That means that he was not indicted. That's what they do when they have people connected to indictments who aren't indicted. That's what they call them. And if you look at there's actually individual two. There's other people. Individual one is not the same thing as CW1. There's a difference. That's what people are confusing, because there was somebody named individual one, and there was also somebody named CW1. So people are saying, oh, they're both labeled as one, so it's the same person. No, individual one is Jim Jones. CW1 is somebody else. So it says nothing in the paperwork about individual one cooperating. I actually see the article online that 50 was reacting to, and it looks like some stupid ass shit to me that somebody just came up with off the top of their head. Because if you look, and you can even Google it, just Google the transcript for the Jim Jones phone call, for the Mel Murder Jim Jones phone call. You'll see it. TMZ put it out there. You can see the actual paperwork just by Googling, and it doesn't say shit other than individual one. There's nothing about cooperating, working with the government, nothing like that. So how that got turned into this, I'm not really sure. I don't know what to tell you. Hit the like though. Do the math, fam. How did Max B get locked up? I don't speculate like that on people's court cases without proof. That's what you got to understand. I can't, if you're trying to say that Jim Jones is the reason Max B is locked up, I can't ride with that at all. Show me some proof that Jim Jones had anything to do with it. I don't think it's there, so I would never say some shit like that. Jim Jones got caught with caught in the South with guns and drugs, nothing happened to him. Yeah, something did happen to him. First of all, and I don't know what happened in this case. I'm just going off of, my understanding of the situation. There was multiple people in the car that Jim Jones was in. Everybody got charged with the same shit. The gun was not found on Jim Jones' person. So all it takes in a situation like that is a good lawyer. I mean, that's an easy case to beat in my eyes. And Jim Jones got found guilty of some of the lesser charges, the weed related shit or whatever, which probably was found on his person. And he got 2 years paper and like a $1,500 fine. But that doesn't mean that he's snitching. I don't know. People are crazy to just like equate these things in their head that because this happened, that this happened. No, you have to have. Okay, let's talk about this real quick about snitching. You don't need proof to always prove somebody's snitching, right? There's lots of times when there's not going to be paperwork, there's not going to be anything as far as like a trail or any kind of physical evidence, but you just know they're snitching or they did snitch. In this case though, calling Jim Jones a snitch and saying that he cooperated or whatever, show me the proof. You got to show me something. You can't just speculate and say, oh well, he's a snitch. I'm not defending Jimmy because I don't know what happened. I don't know what his position is. All I'm doing is saying that in this situation, if you look at the circumstances and you look at the paperwork, just because 50 Cent reacted to some article online doesn't mean that that was true. If you actually go and look at the article, find it yourself. It's out there. I'm not going to tell you where it is because I'm not going to give them traffic or whatever. The article is out there, the one that he's reacting to. 50, if you look at his Instagram, he actually deleted the post he had put up. The article basically is just like, I don't even know where they're getting this information from. They are sourcing these transcripts, but then you look at the transcripts and it's not what it says. So I think whoever made the article was basically a retard, and they are saying that Jim Jones is CW1. They're trying to make that jump, but that's not what it is. Jim Jones in this indictment is listed as individual one. So there's a difference. All I'm saying, I'm not defending Jim Jones. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Jim Jones. All I know is it's kind of fucked up that I see a lot of people calling Jim Jones a snitch, but there's nothing there as far as proof. Because I'm looking at everything. I don't see it. So I don't think it's right, because this is the kind of shit that really can get people whacked. You got to be careful about calling people a snitch. Like, "50 deleted everything about Jimmy. 6ix9ine was a civilian, just like Big Blood, Trippie Redd, and Young Thug." Get the fuck out of here. 6ix9ine was not a civilian. Again, as soon as he started calling hits on people and putting out, trying to get people to do dirt for him, no, you're not a civilian. That's not what civilians do. I don't know any civilians who are calling hits on people. Hit the like for me too. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I agree. He said too much over the phone. There's a lot of people who talk on the phone and don't understand that that's not a good idea, but that doesn't make him a snitch. That just makes him ignorant or dumb. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Yeah, I just want to put it out there. I'm not going to stay on here too long. I'll probably kick it with y'all for a little bit longer, but I want you to understand that Jim Jones, there's going to be a lot of people now. You're going to see a lot of people calling Jim Jones a snitch. And I'm just going to put it out there on my platform. I don't see any paperwork. I don't see anything. The article that was referenced to Jim Jones being working with the government looked like some dumbass shit to me. So maybe Trippie Redd might be a civilian, but 6ix9ine wasn't at all. I'm not going to call anybody a civilian who's out here actively saying that they're a part of a gang. And I'm not saying Trippie Redd, but just in general, if you're a gang member, you're not a civilian. It doesn't. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't go both ways. Once you choose that role, that's what it is. You can come back from being a gang member or whatever and be a civilian again. Like, if you don't want to live that life no more, you want to do something different, you want a better way in life, you can always go back to being a civilian. But for me personally, I'm not even like in the streets. So but just in general, like I'm not calling the police for shit. Like, for most situations, unless it's like something to do with insurance, I have to call the police for insurance reasons or something like that. I'm not calling the police. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't know how he got a plea in that one case. 'Cause like I said, if you're talking about the case with the gun and the drugs, it's because the gun was not found on Jim Jones' person, I don't think. That's a beatable case. If there's a gun floating around in the car, there's multiple people in the car, they charge everybody with the same shit, you get a good lawyer, you can fight that. The police and feds are two different forces. 6ix9ine had to snitch. No, he didn't. He should have never put himself in that position in the first place. But yes, I agree with you. They're definitely two different forces. Fucking with the feds, most people snitch. Like, when the feds come and get you, most people who are involved with the feds, you really have no option because they force you. They win almost all their cases and they're handing out a shitload of time. And when they put 25 years in front of you, and you know you're gonna get that damn near, most people fold. That's why you don't get yourself in those types of situations though. If you know you can't handle it, then don't do it. Mel Matrix phone line wasn't tapped through 6ix9ine. Mel Matrix phone line wasn't tapped through 6ix9ine. Oh, you mean as far as the feds were already watching them? Yeah, I don't know the exact circumstance. I'm sure that they probably were watching them way before 6ix9ine. I know they were watching Trey before 6ix9ine. Free 6ix9ine. Wow, you lost it. Yeah, but again, just watch when you see people out there calling Jim Jones a snitch. Ask them to prove it. I'm not defending Jim. I don't have no connection to Jim. I don't give a fuck about Jim Jones in this situation, to be honest with you. But I think it's kind of fucked up that people out there will put that on somebody's name without having any kind of. There's nothing there. Damn, hit the like for me. Y'all be tripping with the likes. That should be killing me. If you watch the stream, why would you not hit the like? I don't understand. I hit the like on shit, everybody's shit. I don't even care if I don't like it. I just hit the like. Just cause. Let me see. How the Jim Jones and True Life beef? What about it? I appreciate you hitting the like. Yeah, feds were after Treyway before 6ix9ine, but 6ix9ine, to me, in my opinion, yeah, they were already watching. There was already probably shit there, but he brought the whole show down to Coochie. Exactly, to Coochie. I don't know, bro. You say Max being True Life warned us about Jimmy. I know people have had issues with Jim Jones, but as far as like snitching, this is a whole different ball game. This is calling somebody a snitch. I don't see it. There's nothing there. At All Things Poppin' TV says, I know you see the influx of 6ix9ine supporters. Their arguments is that he's not ratting. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, a lot of these people that you see defending 6ix9ine are, in my opinion, this is just my speculation, they are not actual like people, but it's part of like a PR run to try to put this idea out here. It's an agenda to put this idea out here that 6ix9ine isn't snitching, so he can come back to a career. And you know, people, there's a lot of dumbass people out here. So if they see other people, a lot of other people saying something online, they're just gonna regurgitate it. They're gonna see somebody else saying it and they're gonna repeat it. So that's what I think it is. And Shotty was talking about that. If you watch that interview he did with Rap Radar, Shotty was talking about the fact that he thought that there was like a PR agenda to make him look bad and to try to make it look like everything was cool for 6ix9ine to come home and continue on with his career. And I actually see that 100%. That's my opinion. Probably bots. Some I don't know if it's bots. I don't know exactly how they do it, but yeah, something like that. It's called, hold on. Well, don't believe it, but I bet you would not hang with Jimmy. How is Jim Jones free right now? I mean, what would he be locked up for? I don't know what Jim Jones will be locked up for. 6ix9ine was facing life. 6ix9ine was facing a minimum of 47 years and a maximum of life. 6ix9ine ain't no snitch. Those ain't his crimes. How do you figure? How is 6ix9ine telling Kuda B he'll give him money to go shoot? How? How is 6ix9ine calling hits on people, not him committing crimes? He was doing the most. Some of these people wouldn't even have cases if it wasn't for 6ix9ine. Like, 6ix9ine was the reason Kuda B is locked up. So, nah. Damn, hit the like for me, y'all. Everything that he snitched on was about him. Are you talking about 6ix9ine? Because that's actually not accurate. People be acting like they wouldn't snitch. Yeah, that's true. I'll agree with that. Most people act like they wouldn't snitch, and yes, most people would snitch if given the right circumstances. But again, that's why if you know you're not built for that, and you know that that's not what you want your life to be in a situation like that, then you don't put yourself out there to have that happen. Like, that's just what it is. They was gonna violate 6ix9ine no matter what Jim said. I mean, 6ix9ine, he definitely, yo, all hip hop. I'm not all hip hop, bro. Oh no, not all hip hop. I'm from Milwaukee. Jimmy told he got probation for felony charges. What the fuck? The felony charges got dropped, bro. The felony charges got dropped. The felony charge that Jim Jones had, I'm gonna look right now, but I believe it was just the gun. It might have been some other weed shit or something, but he got 2 years of paper. I'm gonna look right now. And again, I talked about this already though. How did that happen? Here, let's look right now. I'm gonna read you this article. Jim Jones sentencing. All right, it's a TMZ article. What does it say about Jim Jones getting his conviction? Rapper Jim Jones was able to duck jail time in his gun and drug case out in Georgia. In fact, he was almost able to escape entirely between the plea. He was facing 5 felony counts and a misdemeanor from his 2018 arrest. He was sentenced to 2 years probation, $1,500 fine. 3 of the 6 charges were dropped, including a felony drug charge and 2 felony counts of possession of a firearm. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So the felonies they dropped, the gun, as far as like I said, Jim Jones' case, the car that they got caught, when Jim Jones got caught, there was a gun in the car. There was multiple people in the car. A case like that, if the gun is not found on your person, that is fightable. They have to prove that you were in possession. Nah, he ain't tell, bro. Show me the paperwork. Show me where he told. You're just saying that. You're just saying he told. But show me. Could it look funny to some people that he had felony counts and with a gun and he didn't get no time? Yeah, but could it also be that he had a good lawyer and there wasn't enough evidence there? Yeah. So if you ain't got paperwork saying it. And when wiretap without his name was actually individual 1. Exactly. The wiretap says individual 1, not CW1. When people are listed as individuals on a indictment, it just means that they haven't been indicted. It doesn't mean that they're cooperating. It doesn't mean that they're when people are cooperating, they're going to be listed as CI or CW or whatever the fuck. They're not going to be listed as individual 1. That just means that that person came up during the indictment and they needed to list them and they didn't put their name out there because they weren't indicted. Stop putting fake info out without proof. What are you talking about? What info? They dropped all those felonies because he told, and if he's a cooperating informant, they're gonna put paperwork out. He's still out here collecting evidence. I mean, that's speculation though to me, bro. That's just speculation. That's just bro, you never do research, Jack Frost does. You gotta go. Don't even talk about nobody else's channel on there. You gotta go. See ya. I need some moderators in here who I know are actually decent, who be coming to watch my videos and shit. I know Rico's doing. I'll fuck with you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I feel you, dude. Mr. Swisherello. I feel what you're saying. A lot of people probably think the same shit. But for me, I don't see no proof. There's nothing proof, so I can't just say because it looks like maybe it could be. No, I gotta see proof. Calling somebody a snitch and a government informant is a big deal. You could be putting somebody's life in danger depending on the circumstances. And in this situation, there was shit going down in this whole 9-tray indictment. People were getting shot at, shit like that. So calling somebody a snitch, I mean, that's a dangerous thing. You don't want to put that label on somebody without having the proof. Show your face and stop hiding. I'm not hiding. Actually, I'm going to explain it to you. I don't need to because I really don't give a fuck what you think. But the reason why I don't put my face on the internet, I'm going to tell you guys exactly. Okay, so my whole life, I always got attention. I got attention everywhere I go. Just naturally, people gave me attention. I never liked it. I never wanted to be the center of attention. I never what I asked for. I don't want to be walking around on the street and people coming up to me like, oh, you're so-and-so. No, that's why I don't put my face on the internet. Ain't got shit to do with being scared of anybody. But I don't like attention. A lot of people out there like it. They wanna get the attention. They love when people are talking about them, whatever. They want to be a star or famous or whatever. I don't want none of that shit. The only reason I started this YouTube channel is because I love hip hop and because I was trying to make some money. It was on some hustling type of shit. I never did this because I wanted to be famous. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You can keep that shit. But as far as me putting my face on the internet, that's why. It's because I don't want the attention. I like living low key. I like having a low key lifestyle. And when you put your face online, you're putting yourself out there to be a quote unquote famous person or whatever. I don't want people coming up to me. I don't want none of that shit. So you want attention and be known throughout the internet and the world? No, I don't. I actually don't. I want the attention because the attention for me equates to people clicking on my videos, which means I'm gonna get some money out this shit. That's where you're wrong. I don't give a fuck about attention. I care about people clicking my videos so I can make money and not have to go work a regular job and slave for somebody else. Like, that's what it is. I don't want the attention. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. All I care about is getting people to click my videos and follow my shit and bringing them good content. I'm not black. YouTube fame is fame, huh? Nowadays it is to a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are famous from YouTube. Yes. Yes. 100%. A lot of people are famous off of YouTube, without a doubt. Exactly. You can be entertaining through voice. And I was never trying to be super entertaining, to be honest with you. I was just bringing content that I thought people would click, and it spiraled into some other shit. But there's a lot of people on here who got on YouTube to try to be famous and try to get fame, and I'm not one of them. I don't want that shit. Y'all can keep that. You can keep the fame, you can keep the attention, all that shit. Just give me the money. It's obvious you're not black, that's why you hide your face. I'm not black. And I'm not hiding. So eat a dick. Hold on, let me get somebody else in here. I need some more moderators in here. I appreciate y'all that are moderating too. I'm not gonna be famous because I'm gonna stick to my script. I don't want to show my if I showed my face to y'all, if I showed you my face, I promise you, if I showed you my face, my fucking YouTube channel would go crazy. My shit would blow up. I would be in a whole nother level. That's not what I want though. I'm not on here trying to get people to like me. I'm on here putting out information, content so I can get $1. Like, understand that. I'm a different type of person. I don't give a fuck about likes and none of that shit. I care about money. Stay hidden, B, you doing it right. I mean, some people, I know my channel would be a lot more than what it is if I put my face out there. But, again, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to get the attention. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to unplug my mic for 2 minutes. I gotta move what I'm doing. But just I'm not getting offline, but I'm gonna be quiet for like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. You can hear me. Nobody hears me? B. Okay, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna hop back on. Hop back on.